Hello you cutie patooties and welcome to the First Berserker Khazan the demo. I'm Reverse Gamer and I play games wrong, not badly, maybe even a little artistically. Right along with my luck with girls in high school, I play upside down, and today, just like back in the days when Uncle Lewis used to come home intoxicated, I'm finding out if I can get through this challenge without getting hit, specifically from the Uncle Lewises. Before I re-traumatize my inner child self for your entertainment, we need to go back over the rules for this challenge. The no-hit will only apply for the two Uncle Lewises, while I also give my honest feedback about the demo so far. Despite my creepy uncle's wishes, any opposing contact during these fights will result in a challenge failure, and I'll have no choice but to take the walk of shame. While blocking will negate any damage taken to me, for the sake of this challenge, it will be labeled as contact and must be avoided at all costs by either perfect parrying or dodging. Can I defeat the bosses without getting hit and find romance on this icy battlefield? Only one way to find out. As I sit there, barbecue sauce on my titties, wondering what in the Skyrim intro hell I got myself into.
Finally awake.
When the royal guard that was just behind me gossiping like a group of schoolgirls got up and freaky with the horses, which prompted otherworldly forces to intervene, forcing them to take a seat. I was chilling like a villain and really had nothing to do with it. I'm pretty sure that horse told the guard that it was over 18, but regardless, I was still guilty by extension, and faster than influencers to meme coins, down we fell. And that was it. So yeah. Until we were possessed by the revengeful spirit of Nesquik strawberry milk, now on a conquest to gather the best tasting milk in all the land. Gone was my initial task of aura farming this challenge run for YouTube monetization, and luck with the ladies, it was now all about the milk. Before I embark on this rageful quest to quench my desire for pink lactose, I need to clarify that I've only recorded controller cam for the boss fights, in which you can skip to at any time at your leisure, but that would be cheating, and cheating is for the milkless. As I rummaged through a pink, dairyless haze, the Nesquik spirit within demanded possession of my body and wouldn't take no for an answer, like my Uncle Lewis. But ultimately, after a compromise, he guided me to his sword, to which I embraced, like my Uncle Lewis, which heightened my abilities so I could levelate my experience from Cripple Walk Simulator to Let's Get That Ass. When the demo finally allowed me to become the murderous sociopath that I was destined to be in the world, I realized that it is similar to Dark Souls, but not at the same time. You have a stamina bar, a light attack, and a heavy attack, but the light and heavy attacks are square and triangle. So for my own preference, I went ahead and switched it to R1 and R2 to fit more traditional Souls-like playstyle. Little did I know that this game would soon fly off the rails from your typical Dark Souls experience. As I expertly cut down my foes with my veteran Souls-like prowess, I head into the cave behind me in my search for a cold glass of milk, confident I can walk around unscathed.
Oh no, oh shit, screw the monkeys. There's the horse guy, it's all kinda his fault if you think about it. Holy shit, it's a Yeti!
It's okay, 100% that was the guard talking to the horse. Anyway, as I gaze upon my next meal, disappointment grows deep in my chest upon seeing this tall, chunky jug of basic ass white milk. Nasty. Disgusted that I won't be able to quench my thirst with this incompetence, I gather all my focus at the future shag carpet standing in front of me and charge. Starting off, it was going smoothly. His moves were very slow, heavy, and easily telegraphed for parries. Shit. Now don't let his size fool you, he does have some unexpected attacks, but since this is a tutorial boss, he does some things like that where he'll smash the ground and then give you an opening to hit, but you just parry. What in the tar fuckery was that? If you thought you were going to parry off these boulder attacks like Diddy parried off the allegations his entire career, then I'm going to remind you that what comes around goes around, and you're going to absolutely eat this chip damage if you try to parry it. The only option you have is to absolutely dodge out the way. Not run out the way, but dodge out the way. So off the PDF file jokes for a second and onto an angry rant about myself, really. It's not even about the boss. What kept me on this was not even getting hit, but missing my perfect timing window. Especially this move right here. Right here. This. So that was probably the most common thing that I kept getting hit to, or I just kept guarding to. I kept missing my window. Because it comes almost immediately right after the first hit, but not immediately. There's probably like a half a second gap. I probably should have tried to dodge through Uncle Lewis's double fisting session, but Mama didn't raise no bitch. I took everything that I learned up this point and charged at him one final time. It took everything in me to defeat Uncle Number 1 for this challenge, but it took so much out. Lacking in strawberry lactose, I collapsed to the ground, not sure if I'll ever wake up again. So yeah, that's it. Just kidding, we get saved by this old lady because she's never seen a beef patty with this much milk, brother. Look at her, she is not gazing at the middle of my back, I'll tell you that. I cannot blame her, look at that. This is what God gives you if you take care of yourself and drink your goddamn glass of milk every once in a while. It's at this point of the game where it finally starts to get its own identity and drift away from the traditional Dark Souls experience by giving you a skill tree for something called spirit abilities. Like any other skill tree, you acquire abilities by getting points, and you get these points by just playing. Using different weapons and different abilities will get you points faster, which in return gives you a lot of different mix-ups and combos that you can run through. They give you a few for free by default, like this milk crystallized spear that I ended up throwing at the monkey because I didn't forget shit. I remember I was getting chased all the way to the first boss. I'm about to commit a whole genocide up in this bitch. War crimes on everybody. Everyone's getting a war crime. You're 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 all getting war crimes. You went and pick up the most suspicious looking greatsword that you could possibly come across. It's right behind a giant skull, but you decide to pick it up anyway, and it floods you with memories of a mass murderer that I'm pretty sure you committed. After acquiring it, our hero pretty much goes, "Aw, sweet memories," and decides to live the good old days and practice on some ghosts that he absolutely brutally murdered. Don't stress this part too hard, it won't be that difficult. You really just gotta give it one heavy boink per ghost, one good boink per ghost ratio. Boink, 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 boink. Sweet, go trauma. There is a lot of meat in this game that I'm cutting out just because of timing right now. The full game comes out in a couple days, my time. If you end up liking this demo presentation and want to see me play the full game, maybe on a different difficulty like a level 0 the entire run, I would absolutely love to do it. Let me know in the comments, but as of right now, why does every Souls-like game have to have a bear in it? Of course, this bear is completely optional. It's actually the second time that you run into it, and you can run right around it in this setting to go straight to the boss, but I'm not going to let some yogi "Hey, boo boo" get on top of me and let him win. I'm handing out genocides like candy. Ah, trauma dump time again. Do you remember when you murdered that entire village with your spear? All those women and children? Pepperidge Farm remembers. Unlike your previous trauma dump, this is going to be a lot more difficult. It's your first milestone for a skill check. You're going to need to know to either parry or dodge out the way. A little bit of both, to be honest. This is not going to be a pushover. Just kidding. Sweet, go trauma. I decided to end up sticking with the spear and upgrade all my abilities associated with it. I forgot to mention that you do have different abilities that goes for each individual weapon type. And as far as I know, as far as the demo lists you, there's 3 weapon types. But the spear is really aesthetically pleasing to watch, especially with Moonstrike, which is essentially an after image attack. You land a couple of light flutter attacks on your opponent, which will activate the Moonstrike for a couple seconds, I think about 15 seconds, and every attack after that point will have a Moonstrike after image, followed up right after your initial attack. There's no serious cooldown to it either. After it runs out, you can see the timer right underneath my health bar there. After the timer runs out, you can reactivate it by landing more light attacks, which gives you the opportunity for so many different combos if you combine them with your other skills, which really just frustrates you that there's a cap on the skill tree right now in the demo. I imagine in the full game you will be able to go further into the skill tree. I don't know how it'll happen though. Maybe after the second boss, I'm not sure. But I can only imagine all the different combinations of skills that you can do. All jokes aside, this game has the flexibility and the potential to be a really appealing aesthetic looking game. If your algorithm is the type to show off, you know, those really cool looking Elden Ring edits where everything looks really pretty and where folks are absolutely spanking the bosses in beautiful excellency, then you're going to see this game. People are going to do level 0 runs where their skill tree is just completely blown out the water, so they're doing like infinite combos on the bosses and stuff. It's going to be absolutely amazing to watch. I'm all for it. I cannot wait for this game to drop. Ladies and gentlemen, can you guess what time it is? That is absolutely right. It is trauma dump time. Are we going to go to therapy? No. Are we going to talk about it? No. We're going to fight our demons like men. This is the last skill check before you go to the final boss, and it is really necessary because you're not going to be able to cheese this one. You actually need to know how to parry or dodge, find whatever's in your rhythm. Unlike those bitch demons that come out at about 3 a.m. to let you know that everything that you're not doing right now in life, this one's not going to talk down to you. It's just going to punch you right in the mouth. You really need to get on parrying or dodging, or you're gonna have a bad time. Something that I noticed while fighting this demon is that he gets really aggressive if you're not doing anything at all. But if you are hitting him and you're landing hits, he will, for the most part, let you keep running those combos on him. It gives you a really good practice to run your skill abilities and practice different strings of combos on him before you get to the main boss. But yeah, maybe 2 deaths and a lot of Jedi spinning jumping tricks later, I finally get him down and we move on to the final boss of this demo, Blade Phantom. Sweet, go trauma. Finally, the moment I've been yearning for has come at last. I fought off Uncle Number 1, fought through a steroided bear, handed out genocide candy after genocide candy, boinked, boinked, boinked all the way up here through all of my trauma dumps, just to finally get a glass of strawberry milk, and boy, it's going to be sweet. Darn, crap, shit. God dang, I'm not going to sugarcoat it, this boss was not going to give up its milk that easily. With a large variety of moves, it was near impossible to be able to keep up with parries and dodging, but through sheer determination and a animalistic lust for that sweet, sweet strawberry lactose, nearly 400 long-felt battles later, I finally got it. Thank you for watching through my journey to get sweet, sweet strawberry lactose. I hope you got a good idea what this game is going to be about through my narration and gameplay. The full game will be coming out on the 24th, and I am looking forward to it. Leave a like if you enjoyed this video, and comment down below if you have any other suggestions of what I should play next. Thank you for watching. Peace.